everybody. Today I will be experimenting with doing a Dutch braid, but it's gonna kind of be, I've never done something like this, so I'm just gonna kind of experiment. But my thought is that if I start around like here and kind of go like diagonally across her head and then maybe put it in a bun or something, then when you pull out the braid it will look really, really pretty. So I'm going to be experimenting with that. So come along for the ride and enjoy. So how I'm gonna start is basically by parting, not parting, you don't part the hair for this. This is what's gonna be very spontaneous about this one. So you're gonna kind of just comb the hair like kind of diagonal. So basically the whole thing is I'm just gonna be going across her head kind of diagonally, which her hair stays really well, so that's really nice. So yeah, so I'm gonna take a section around, probably around right here. Well, I'm trying to think. So it's gonna kind of be, I think I'm gonna take it closer to her ear. So basically the section right above her ear. And I'm gonna do a pretty small section. But yeah, so it's gonna be a little difficult because it's on the other side, but hopefully you can see really well. So I'm basically just gonna go ahead and split it up because we'll be doing a Dutch braid. So, and then I think we're just going to be going along her hair like this. And you want to make it as tight as you can because we will be pulling it out later. So this is basically, we're just gonna see how this works. I think as long as we just keep taking little sections, hopefully this will work out. So yeah, and we want to make sure we're trying to keep it exactly, it looks like, it's so hard doing this upside down, but you want to try to go as tight as you can because the goal is to try to make it pretty like diagonal across her head. So yeah, you can kind of see how that's going like that. We're gonna see how this works. Keep this as nice as you can. Okay, keep making sure we're going as diagonal as possible. Honestly, if you have a comb, probably be the best option. Oh yeah. And you want to try to make sure it's as flat as possible. And also trying to make it tight. So, yes. Okay. And it starts getting easier the further you go. So, I'm just gonna keep trying to direct this to where it's diagonal on her head. And it's gonna look really cool whenever we pull it out. That's like my favorite part of doing the hairstyle is at the end when you can pull out the braid and then it's really, really full. So that's very fun. So we're just gonna keep going along the side of the head and try to get it in. And like I said, as tight as you can get it, the better. Okay. This is actually kind of looking really cool. We're going along nicely. Okay. Oh yeah. And yeah, the more you, this is looking so cool. So we're basically doing, if you can, I would try to get all the hair in it. We're gonna try to make this one continuous braid and still keeping it as tightly as we can. This is looking so cool. We're almost to the end and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we're getting very close. We are so close. Okay. All right. Wow, this actually might turn out. Okay, so once you get to the end, I'm just sorry you can't see it, but I'm just gonna be braiding it all the way down and then I will show you. And this might look a little strange at the beginning, but it's gonna look so good. I am excited. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and secure it with a hair tie. Okay, here's my favorite part. Okay, so here's what the braid looks like. So if it's upside down, but you can see how like it starts way down there and it goes all the way down. And this is like this, this mannequin has a lot of hair and it's very thick. So it already kind of looks really cool. So basically from the side angle or the front angle, it kind of looks like this. So it looks a little strange, but here's my favorite part. So what we're gonna be doing, I wonder if I can zoom up. Oh, I can. Okay, perfect. So what we're gonna be doing right here is you're just gonna start pulling out a little bit. So you can see just how it looks really cool like this, but it's just really tiny. And so what we're gonna do to give more like texture is you're gonna start, and you can kind of push it forward a little bit, and just grab the sides, and you're just gonna pull down just a little bit. And these first ones are a little tricky, but you're basically just gonna go, and you wanna try to keep it as flat as possible. So try not to pull it up, just try to pull it like, to keep it flat. So you're basically just gonna take it from the bottom and just kind of pull it. And the bigger you pull it, then the cooler it looks. And so yeah, and you're just gonna keep going all the way down the braid. And if it works really nicely if you have like thinner hair. If you have thicker hair, then sometimes it's like, why do you need to pull it out? But it still is very nice and important to do that. And then, I'll zoom out a little. So yeah, and then after you've done it a little bit, you can kind of just go again and kind of pull it out from like both sides to make it even bigger. And I kind of just, this looks so cool. Wow, I'm very pleased with this. Okay, yeah, so you're basically just gonna keep pulling out as flat as and as big as you want it. It really is just kind of up to you. But then it looks like this. Look at that, guys. Doesn't that look so cool? And it just like gives so much more texture to it. So the last thing that I'm gonna do to finish this is I'm gonna try to turn her so you can see it better. But I'm gonna make a bun. So it's actually kind of cool to see it from this angle. This is so cool. So yeah, we have this nice big thick braid, and then I'm gonna make a bun. So I'm trying to think the best way to do this. Probably stick it through here. And the flatter you can make it, probably the better to look. Which is kind of hard because I'm doing this backwards. But that kind of looks nice. And you can just kind of pin down. But I like to stick the hair tie underneath it so you can't see it. And then I'm just kind of feeling because I can't really see, but I think that looks pretty good. Like I said, I can't really see. So yeah, here is the full look. So we have this all the way in the back, and then this nice little bun. So yeah, there is that. And now you gotta stretch because that got my back a lot. Oh man. All right. I'll show you what it looks like now. Look at this. This is so cool. I love this pancaking. I think it's called pancaking. I don't really know, honestly. But look at that. Look how cool it is. And then it can go down to the nice bun. So yeah, there is that. Last thing I'm gonna do, we're gonna leave her here for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and move her because I'm gonna be doing something on my hair next. Okay. So, move the camera right here. All right. So what I'm gonna be doing on my hair is I'm gonna be attempting this. I did this the other day on accident. It was a bun, but it's only using, I wonder if I even have it. It's only using 4 bobby pins. And for me, I don't know if you can tell, but my hair is pretty thick, like very thick. And so it's really, really cool how it only uses 4 bobby pins. But I like to use 2 of the thick. Let me go find some, hang on. I know I have some sitting here somewhere. I wasn't prepared to do this, but I thought this might be kind of fun. And if I can do it, it's really fun. So let me just find this really quickly. I wonder if I even have any left. Perfect. Okay, so basically, I'll show you the difference in a second. Okay. So for this one, all you'll need are 4 bobby pins. That's it, which is so crazy. So you can see these are the normal size bobby pins. How do people do that? Oh, like this. And then these are the larger sized. So you can kind of see how, like, the difference. So all I need, 2 of the big ones and 2 of the small ones. That's all you need. So you're gonna start out, and this is just a bun. So you're gonna start out by brushing your hair. after you brush your hair, then I think for this one, you can unpart it or do that. Okay. So you just have all your hair just there. Here's the cool part. Okay, so you're gonna need to go upside down for this one. And you're just gonna get all your hair together. So you're gonna go upside down. And then wherever you want the bun, you can use a ponytail. I mean, a brush if you want to kind of smooth it out. But wherever you want the bun, so you just kind of make it in a ponytail with wherever you want it. I think I want it around here. So once you get that, then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna go ahead and start twisting it. And I've never done this not in front of a mirror before, so this is gonna be interesting. But the trick or the cool thing is you wanna make it as flat as possible. So like, as you're twisting, you want it to be flat. So like, you just wanna keep pushing it down as you're twisting and make it as flat as you can. And then you can hold it and put these bobby pins. So what I like to do is one in the front, one in the back, and then one on this side and one on the other side. And then if you have some extra like flyaways, you can always I have a little sprout. I'm gonna have to fix that. Ow, let me get off my knees. Ooh, that was not a good suggestion. Okay, so this was not the best one. I think I'm gonna retry it, but here's the thing. Did I have a mirror in here? Oh yeah. I'm gonna do it in, ooh, actually, that's not too bad. But now that you kind of have the idea of it, let's try to make it look better. But the cool thing is that like when you're ready to take it out, you just take out 2 and 2, and then it just comes down. So that's really cool. I'm gonna turn on the fan because I'm very hot. Okay. So let's try it again. I'm gonna try to do this in front of a mirror so I can like see what it looks like. Actually, I'm gonna go to a place that has a big mirror because it'll be so much easier. Okay, this will be perfect. Hopefully you can see me decently well. Okay, so we're just gonna try the exact same thing that I just did, except we're just gonna try to make it look a little better. So, oh, I don't have my bobby pins. I'll have to go get this. So basically, same thing, you grab your ponytail. You wanna try to make it as flat. That's like the key. That's basically the key to this whole thing, is you want to make it as flat as you can. And then tuck it in. Let me go get the bobby pins. Okay. So we want to do one in the front, one in the back, and then one on each side to secure that in. That one looks a lot better. And then what you can do also is like, if you have like little, whatever these are called, you can pull those out. And I'm curious if I try to add like the, I have these little like curtain bang type things that I cut, but I'm afraid if I pull them out that will mess up my whole bun. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. So yeah, I wonder if you can get a better, I don't know if you can see that very well or not, but yeah. And every time you do it, it's gonna look different because I haven't exactly figured out like how to do it, but I think the easiest thing to do is just remember as flat as you can. That's basically what a lot of, because I've been trying to figure out how to do those like ballerina buns or whatever. Everybody just always says the key is to make it as flat as possible, which is a little hard to do whenever you have really thick hair, but it works. And a lot of people also say use a lot of hairspray, which I don't want to do. So that's something too. So, let me try to take this out. I also love taking down the buns because watch. And then it's all down. And it's beautiful. And then it's tangly and you have to brush it again. And that is not straight. Where's my comb? Guys, I have so much trouble trying to part my hair. It's crazy. I cannot get it straight. I don't even know how to part it. I need to watch videos on how to part it. It's like, I must not have a very straight hand. Did I get it? That'll have to do. But I'm curious now if I can do this side bun, but make it to where it's like super flat. So basically what I just did, but on the side or the back. Let me see if I can shut this up. I don't know how to do this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is, I think I want it on this side. So you're just gonna basically brush it to the side that you want it on. And then same thing, you're gonna take it all up, but you're just going to make sure it's twisted and also as tight as possible. And then you're just gonna hold it flat against your head. Again, the key is as flat as possible. And then you're gonna try the bobby pins again. Which this one's totally blindly because I can't see. So we're gonna hope that this stays. That's not too bad. And then now you can pull out your curtain bangs or whatever you have. See what that one looks like. I don't know if you can see it. I feel like that's falling. And also the more, like the heavier your hair is. That did not stay very well at all. Okay, scratch that one. Basically, I'm just on the hunt of trying to find hairstyles that stay in with the least amount of work on thick hair. So if you guys have any suggestions, drop them in the comments, because it's hard to find hairstyles that don't take up a lot of time when you have thick hair. But I have 5 more minutes until I gotta go do something else. So I'm trying to think, what else could I do? I've been doing 5-strand braids. I think I'll probably do that. So it's really hard to do at the end, but I kind of, wait, what do I do? I think what I'm gonna do is, so you put it in a ponytail in the back. I'm gonna do it more on the side, that way you guys can see. So yeah, you basically put it in a ponytail on the side. Brush it and get it all smooth. And then I'm just gonna do a 5-strand braid. And I'm gonna try to zoom this up so you can see it, because it's really, really cool. Okay. So the hardest part is just making sure that you get it, all the sections even. That is the hardest part for me, because it's not like a 4-strand braid where you can just easily split it in half and then in half again. Like, this is 5. So it's like, how are you supposed to split this up between 5 sections evenly? But you just do your best you can. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and start. I really, really, really love the 5-strand braid. It's really fun. It does take some coordinating on the hands, but once you get it, it's super fun. And I might have videos on it. I don't remember if I did or not. But it definitely is so much easier to get it tighter and stuff if you put it in a ponytail first. That way it's not just loosely hanging. And I can't see what this looks like, so hopefully it looks okay, but ooh. And it obviously always turns out better if your 5 sections are nice and even. It's always sad whenever you get to the end and you like have one piece that's way smaller than the other. But I feel like this one actually did decent. You can see there's that one section that's a little smaller than the others. But like I said, it looks really complicated, and the hardest part is sectioning it out. But the braiding itself isn't that hard once you get the hang of it. And also, just if you have small hands like me and thick hair, it's kind of hard to hold them all. But you eventually get the hang of it. And then once you get to a certain point, then you're just like, okay, be done with that. So you can section it off, and then, so you can see how there's like that one section that got a little smaller, but, oh, my head's hurting from trying to turn this. I'm gonna move this right here. So what you're gonna do now is just kind of pull it out a little bit. It helps when you have thinner hair to do this, but it does make it look a lot thicker when you pull it out. And don't pull it out too far towards the end or it might come out, but basically you just kind of run your hands through it and make sure it's all even. And this is so cool. I love it. So you can just kind of keep running your hands through it. But guys, this is so fun to do. And if you guys want, I can try to do a tutorial of how to do a 5-strand braid. It's definitely easiest to start on non-hair, like ropes or strings or yarn or something like that, to get the hang of it. But here we go. It's just like a big, thick, I don't even know what to call it, but it's so cool. So yeah, there's that. And also, I've always thought it would be so fun to like put this on top of my head. But yeah, all the things that you can do. So there's that. All right, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.